All right, so this is a suggestion via Patreon. The name of the song is Renegade. This will be coming from the artist Jay-Z featuring Eminem. Listen, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content. Guys, I've mentioned this song multiple times within multiple other reactions, guys. I've heard the song, obviously. I mean, this is one of these things where, you know, I definitely heard this, right? But we're going to go ahead and dig into this, I guess, right? Because you suggested it, right? But here's the problem. Again, I know Jay-Z was somewhat subpar in this song, right? But I guess, you know, I've heard it in probably over a decade, maybe. But, all right, let's try to dig into this and see if I missed anything when I heard it the first time, I guess, right? Let's get it, guys.
Performing now together, ladies and gentlemen, Eminem and Jay-Z. All right, folks.
And guys, before you come at me, this was the exact link sent, okay? No problem. All right, let's get it.
What you about to witness, New York City, Detroit.
Let's get it.
History. Put your hands together.
Yeah. The guys that are clapping absolutely cannot find the beat, bro. I just can't explain that.
Say that I'm foolish. I only talk about Jews. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it?
Oh, I listened to it, sir. I absolutely listened to music. At the time I heard this, I, for the most part, skimmed through it. But I skimmed through it, I guess, enough to know that you were not as good as Eminem on this track. It's probably the same reason why Nas pointed that out in Ether.
See, I'm influenced by the ghetto you ruined. The same dude you gave nothing. I made something doing what I do through and through it. I give you the news with a twist. It's just his ghetto point of view. The renegade, you've been afraid. I penetrate pop culture, bring them a lot closer to the block where they pop toasters and they live with their moms. Got dropped ropers, who botched robberies. Yeah, they crouched over. Mommy's knocked up cause she wasn't watched over. Knocked down by some clown. When child support, nah, no, he's not around. Now how that sound to you? Jot it down. I bring you through the ghetto without riding around, hiding down, ducking straight, frustrated. You stuck in their way. Just read a magazine and broke my day. Great music that ducks with nothing relate to it. I help them see their way through it, not you. Keep walking my pants, can't.
Sir, if you know, let me give you a tip, sir. Specifically, if you're rapping, something that takes a lot of like breath control, you probably don't want to move. Right? Because if you move, you then get out of breath slightly, even enough to basically make it so you mess up your verse. Just a tip. Let's get it.
Nothing relate to it. I help them see their way through it, not you. Keep walking my pants, can't step in my shoes. Bet anything you lose your tie, your shirt.
I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen. I ain't no politician, but I'll kick it with them a minute. You see, they call me a menace. And if the shoe fits, I'll wear it. But if it don't, then y'all will swallow the truth, grit and bear it. Now who's the king of these rude, ludicrous, lucrative lyrics? Who could inherit the title? Put the youth in hysterics, using his music to steer it, sharing his views and his merits. But there's a huge interference that say you shouldn't hear it. Maybe it's hatred I spew, maybe it's food for the spirit. Maybe it's beautiful music I made for you to just cherish. But I'm debated, disputed, hated, and viewed in America as a motherfucking drunk ass. You didn't experiment, nah. That's when you start to stare at who's in the mirror and see yourself as a kid.
What's interesting is that it's almost, I don't think Jay-Z even tried, bro, right? I think for the most part, he must have underestimated how Eminem was going to deliver on the final mix. I'm going to guess that most likely Jay-Z recorded his verse and was like, oh, I'm Jay-Z, I got this, right? And then Eminem got the song basically as a reference for the most part. And he then was just like, yeah, I'm just going to do this. Didn't even try. Honestly, I don't think he's trying as hard as he could have, right? But it's almost like night and day in terms of how Jay-Z delivered and then is basically like how he wrote the song. And I don't, well, to my knowledge, I think Jay-Z doesn't really write anything. I think he just basically records portions of like verse by verse or something, kind of like how like a free verse maybe. It's kind of how he delivers on the tracks. But yeah, Jay-Z went into the song with entirely too much bravado, because Eminem is basically wiping the floor with him, verse for verse, right? So that's interesting, guys. Let's get it.
You didn't experiment, nah. That's when you start to stare at who's in the mirror and see yourself as a kid again, and you get embarrassed. And I got nothing to do but make you look stupid as parents. You freaking do good, it's too bad you couldn't do good at marriage. And do you have any clue what I had to do to get here? I don't think you do, so stay tuned and keep your ears glued to the stereo. Cause here we go. Now listen, this the Mr. Kiss My Ass is just a renegade. Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time of day. Cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to talk about anything. Renegade.
Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time of day. Cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to holler about anything. I had to hustle my back to the wall, ashy knuckles, pockets filled with my name. Not a cent, not a
It's almost like he forgot his verse.
lot of innocent laws lost on the project bench. What you hollering? Gotta pay rent, bring dollars in. Bottle of Omega, iron under my coat, feeling braver to rag, wrapping my way to pockets full of hope. Do not step to me, I'm awkward. I box lefty, I'm often. My pops left me at home, but my mama wasn't home.
I think that specific part right there is probably like one of the best parts of his verses, right? And just in terms of how he wrote that, right? Don't step to me. I'm awkward. I box lefty, and often my pops left me, and often my mama wasn't home, right? Like that specific thing was always something that stood out to me in his verse as like, okay, yeah, we have something here, right? And then it just basically fell off right after that.
Could not stress me, I wasn't grown. Especially on nights, I brought something home. The quiet stomach moan. My demeanor, 30 years, my senior. My childhood didn't mean much. Only raising greener. Raising my fingers to critic. Raising my head to the sky. Big, we did it. More time before I died.
Shout out to
no
Biggie.
lie, just know I chose my own fate. I drove by the fork in the road and went straight.
See, I'm a poet, this I'm a regular modern day Shakespeare.
And this specific verse from Eminem is what basically solidified the song, right? This specific song for me, in terms of who delivered better, another definitely very disjointed feature. Probably the reason why they've never been on any other song again together.
By the fork in the road and went straight.
See, I'm a poet, this I'm a regular modern day Shakespeare. Jesus Christ, the king of these latter-day saints here. To shatter the picture in which of that is they paint me as a monger of fate. Satan, the scatterbrained atheist. But that ain't the case. See, it's a matter of taste. We as a people decide if Shady's as bad as they say. He is a Rizzy the ladder, a gateway to escape. Media scapegoat, who they can be mad at today. See, it's as easy as cake, simple as whistling dicks. While I'm waving the pistol of 60 Christians against. I go to war with the Mormons. I take a bath with the Catholics in holy water. No wonder they try to hold me under. I'm a motherfucker, spiteful, delightful. The new Ice Cube. Motherfuckers hate to like you. What did I do? I'm just a kid from the gutter making this butter off these bloodsuckers. Cause I'm a more renegade. Who've been afraid to say.
And this is definitely one of the best hooks I've heard from Eminem. Definitely top 5 overall hooks, right? I love the whole cypher nature of the hook. I think the hook is what is grabbing people mostly on the song itself. And obviously Eminem's verse was solid. Absolutely. Right? Let's get it, guys.
What's on my mind at any given time of day? Cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to talk about anything. Renegade.
Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time of day. Cause I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to talk about anything.
Renegade.
Yep. And there we have it, guys. We have Jay-Z. Honestly, it kind of feels like it's Eminem's song featuring Jay-Z. Just with the level of, lyricism that was on display in the song, at least, right? Yeah. As expected. Now actually looking through the lyrics itself, I can definitely tell you that, without a doubt, Eminem took this for the most part. There was not much of a competition here, guys. But all right, listen, let me know in the comments of the next thing that I should be listening to from them. I will get into that as soon as I can, all right? Listen, you guys all have an amazing day and enjoy it thoroughly. All right?